I'll tell you what, that was quite the ordeal tonight. Not even racing, before the races. I left shortly after 1 p.m. this afternoon. Just going to take my time. Was going to go home. Forgot something. Forgot a coat there. Was going to go grab a coat. Just take my time. I had lots of time. No need to rush. The reason is, the QEW can always get jam-packed, right? For any of you that live in the Ontario area, you know what I'm talking about. Well, the GTA, the QEW can just become a parking lot sometimes. Then you have to remember, I don't have my Nexus card because I lost it last week, so I have to go through the border, same as everybody else, with just a passport. Cool. Make sure I have my passport. So there was a lot that could go wrong. What I didn't know was there was a snowstorm blowing through Buffalo again. I just thought it was cold weather in Ontario. I could have looked, I suppose. It just never dawned on me. I'm going along just past Erie. It starts to snow really hard, but that's not shocking. You get that lake effect stuff all through Erie into Buffalo. That just, honestly, I don't know how people live in Erie and Buffalo. There's just so much snow that goes through there. So I'm driving down the highway. I know it's slow. I don't care. It's chewing away at my time, but I still have lots of time. I look down. I'm doing 18 miles an hour, and it's telling me to exit the highway. Clearly, there's an accident up ahead. All right, fine. I exit the highway. Now, I have to sign in. Race is supposed to go at 8:12 p.m. That's what time Drebin's race is supposed to go. 7:12. For sure, 7:42 is like the Ontario cutoff time, and it's not like the Meadows or North York where you can blow in late. No one cares. It's so funny because in Ontario it's fairly strict, and I forget about that. But today I remembered. I wanted to be there. I aimed for going to the house and having lots of time just to relax, make it to the track for 7:12. That's what I was going to do. I'm pretty sure it's half an hour now, not an hour. It used to be an hour. And quite frankly, in 59 minutes, they might just take you off your horse. Reality. Seriously. So, I see on the GPS, I'm literally driving all the way down the 90 in towards Buffalo from Erie, 20 miles an hour. I get off. Now they got me going towards, I think, Highway 5, and I'm going slower. It's like 15 miles an hour, and it's so bad. It's as bad a drive as I've had in quite a while. It's so bad that if you don't see oncoming traffic coming at you, and there's like 4 cars in front of me, they're all doing 15 miles an hour, you can't see anything. There's shallow ditches, so from ditch to ditch, it's just snow. There's no tracks. There's no nothing. It's coming down so hard. I'm starting to get a little concerned. I'm like, one of our clients, David, calls me, and I said, hey, I gotta call the judges. I was literally gonna turn around and go home. Seriously, I just was. As much as I wanted to be there, I didn't even know if I could make it now. I certainly can't speed up. The 15 miles an hour was warranted. We're not talking about Sunday drivers. It's treacherous conditions. So, as I get to the border, the snow is stopped. I look, the drive to Mohawk is clear. I'm going to go. It shows me getting there. Now remember, 7:42 is the cutoff time. It shows me getting there at 7:49. But you can't speed, because if you go too fast, they'll take your car in Ontario. 6 points, you lose your car for 3 days or a week or something. Lose your license for 2 weeks, or I don't know what it is, but don't speed. Not super fast. You can't go blasting. Not that you should anyway. Not advocating for any sort of speeding in any way, shape, or form. But you can't in Ontario. So I'm truthfully doing like 123 kilometers an hour in 100. So I'm a little bit over, but close enough. I'm confident I'm okay. It's not like I'm blowing by anybody. I'm kind of going with the traffic. I call the racetrack. No, before I call the racetrack. So when you're coming up to QEW, to go to my house at the 403, you got to go 403 west. If you want to go to Mohawk, you stay on the 403, you get on the 407, you get off at Guelph Line, and go straight up Guelph Line to Mohawk Raceway. Well, my GPS is telling me to go QEW West. Now, you can go QEW West, and again, it means nothing to you if you don't know the area. Go up the big hill there, Clapson's Corners, and go down Highway 6. And just as I turn onto the QEW, it dawns on me, I have the GPS set for my house because I was going to be early. Cost myself another 8 or 10 minutes. It still says 7:48, but I would have been there at 7:40, maybe 7:39 had I gone the proper way. So I call the race office. I'm like, listen, I've been driving for 6+ hours through a blizzard. I'm going to be a little bit late. And I know the voice on the phone. It's Marty. Used to be the paddock judge in Flamborough, used to be a Georgian, maybe still is, I'm not sure. And she's paddock judge at Mohawk then. And she goes, Anthony, where are you at? I said, Marty, I'm at the top of Clapson's Corner. I'm at Clapson's Corners right now. She goes, the problem you have is the races are being sped up because of this system that's coming through. I said, yeah, I just drove through it. It's not good. She says, well, call me in 5 minutes. I look quick on the RTN. The third race is over. I'm in the 5th with Trevin. Again, now I'm on Highway 6. You can't go blasting down there. I go as fast as I can down Highway 6 across Campbellville Road, past Tomiko where we used to be stable. I'm watching. Stop at the stop sign. Turn on the race. 4th race is post-braided. I call the paddock again. I'm going to be there in 4 minutes. She said, it's going to be tight, but all right. Now my next problem, I don't have my security card for Mohawk. It was on that clip last week. I got to call the race office. Can you put me through to security? The guy at security may as well be security at the mall. He has no idea there's even horse races in front, I think. He goes, you do what? I said, sir, I'm racing tonight, the 5th and 6th race. I lost my card last week, and when you come to the gate, there's usually a little key fob. Just click it, turns green. Guy says, all right, have a good night. Away you go through. He goes, hold on, I'll look in lost and found. I said, for what? What? He goes, you said you lost your card here tonight? Oh my God. No, sir, listen. I'm racing tonight in race 5 or 6. Oh, at the horse races. Yep, right outside of your office where they run the horses. I'm going to be doing that tonight. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I need... Could you call the gate and tell them I don't have my card with me, but I'm licensed, and I'll go into the AGCO and get my license. Call the girl at the AGCO, really nice lady. She said, no, we don't have the cards now. We just have I'll send you an email, your license, just put it on your phone, which I don't really understand because it's certainly not magnetic. You can't tap your phone with it. Anyway, got my AGCO license. Pull up, go through the gate. I pull in, 4th race is over. They hang up at 8 minutes to post, so they're not post-braiding until 8 minutes. And I get there just in time. See Dominic, I blow the breathalyzer and go upstairs. So thank you very much for it didn't work out. We were 5th, but I would have been very upset had I got there and not been able to drive the horse. So shout out to Marnie. Thank you very much, the judges. Obviously, odd situation. Everybody in Ontario knows I'm usually right on time or a little late for everything. I was going to be hours early, at least 1, if not 2 hours early for the races tonight. Had I not had to go through a snowstorm in Buffalo. I swear to God, I promise. So thank you very much for letting me drive the horse. So we go out there, and as they're getting ready to go out, I can hear the commentators, and I hear Randy Waple say, none of the horses are finishing up good that leaves. That is a very cold, very hard wind coming off the car, and And when they hit it again, you know, a lot of the horses just can't get hit twice with that wind, which made sense. I hadn't watched the races though, and I didn't know that, so it's good that I was listening. We go off the car. Bob's leaving. Travis is leaving. So best case scenario, I leave wide open to get away third. Not really where I want to get away. And I just heard Randy say the front end's not holding up, and I watched the race before, and all the horses from behind were the ones that did well. So I'm like, well, I know Brett's going to let me in because he wants to follow me. So I'm going to get in the 5-hole. I'm going to have to get underway at the half. I see all gas, no brakes, get away third. He was good last week. Maybe if I take my time, I can fish Tyler out. I can fish Tyler out coming to the half. No dice. He didn't even look over his shoulder. Now, there was nothing I could do unless I get away last. It was either third, fifth, or eighth. That's where you were going to get away in the race tonight. I didn't want to get away third and not move. I didn't want to get away fifth to be first over early. And I certainly didn't want to be fourth over eighth getting into the last turn with Trevin. I didn't come there to do that. That's just not him. Had I known Bobby's horse was completely chewed on the front, I would have come hard, cleared, made Brett come to me. Gas might not have get out. It might have been a different race. There's nothing more I can do. I knew I had the favorite, I think, was Bob. Beat. Still got to deal with this guy behind me, Handsome Sebastian. He looks like he's all out of soap. I'm in a good spot as we turn for home and the wind hits us again. And Drebin cleared to the front, nobody around him, just as the wind hits him. I think he just went to sleep a little bit on me. But he raced good. You couldn't ask him to race any better. And, you know, usually I say, if I had it done this or I had it done that. That's just what was offered tonight. 3-hole, 5-hole, 8-hole. And I chose that position, hoping there was a chance I could get all gas out. I couldn't, and he ended up coming through. He's such a nice old horse, too. I could see it was him sliding through and knife through and won the race. He's going to do well anytime you give him that trip, and Tyler knows that. Had he been first over, maybe I win. Maybe Brett wins, but I don't think Gas wins. Anyway, a long video talking about one race, but this is the ordeal I've run into. Now, the weather's fine, cold, but fine heading back. I don't know what it'll be like going through Buffalo. Surely they have everything plowed away and I can stay on the highway. And I'll be home at probably 1:15. I'll be home tonight. So I didn't come there to be fifth and then drive another horse and be fifth. But at the same time, no regrets. A little dicey going through Buffalo, but no regrets. I'll be home tonight, back at the barn tomorrow. We got a bunch of horses to go with. I have 2 or 3 on my list that I want to go with. They're not going to be training or anything, but I want to see how they go at the door. Remember, I told you we moved some horses around today that were acting up a little bit going at the door. These are the horses that I want to work with. We want to nip this in the bud. By March, we want the horses falling in line. And a couple of horses are just acting up a bit going out the door. I'll go with them over the next few days, see if we can't just get them to relax going out the door and get them to start focusing on their work on the track. So it's going to be a very frigid day tomorrow. I think we jogged a bunch today, and then the back track was just too icy, even with corks on. So I think we called it a day by the time I got there. The front track is open tomorrow. I suspect we'll have most everybody jog. The ones that jog today can have tomorrow off, and everybody jogs on Wednesday. That'll be the plan for tomorrow. So whatever you're up to tomorrow, if you're not in Florida or away on vacation, bundle up. It's going to be cold. It appears everywhere, but it's winter, and I'll give you guys an update on what's going on tomorrow. No racing in Northfield. I don't think we have anybody racing tomorrow. Give you an update on how the barn went. Take care.